Welcome to the Corner Podcast. Said it. It
What?
was correct. It was correct.
What?
The Corner Podcast.
I swear you just said it wrong.
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty
No.
sure the first time you did say
No.
it wrong.
No.
But when you listen to that back, you're gonna sound silly because I'm pretty sure you said that wrong.
I'm just gonna edit it out if it's wrong.
I can't
Fuck it,
believe you
guys.
did that. Well done, man. Well done.
Thank you.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome to the Corner Podcast.
Nick, do you want to say welcome as well and like reinforce the welcoming?
Welcome.
Ah,
Welcome
that was
again.
good.
We're down
I
a
know.
cap this week because, well, he might have died. We don't know.
He's gone.
Yeah.
AFK for the longest of times.
Almost
So
4 hours.
I'm Kep's replacement. Sorry, guys.
We have like a substandard Kepsin this week.
I'm like Kep's in
This is
substitute.
This is like the Aldi version of Kepsin if you live
I'm-
in the UK. Let's just offend Nick. No. I'm sorry, Nick.
It's alright. I am pretty much discount Kep's in as it is.
Ugh.
Wow, that was a good start, wasn't it?
Right.
So,
A minute and a half in, we haven't talked about anything.
no, this is great. So the corner podcast this week we have a few different topics that we're going to talk about, and the first is going to be flooding. Nick, you want to talk about flooding?
It's flooding.
Yeah.
Carn, your turn.
Well, that was Nick's weather. Nick, I don't know if you guys know this. Nick is actually training to be a weatherman, and yeah, that was one of his. You know, when
You know what I find really funny in year 9 you had those like careers talks and about in like all these
Yeah,
lessons where it'd be like, oh, if you want to be this is what you have to do, and I was looking at Weatherman genuinely just out of curiosity, and like you need to do a lot of shit if you want to be. You have to like do fucking geology or
really,
yeah, seriously, it's a lot of work.
but all you do is say like,
I know.
No, because you also need to find out, like, what's the weather actually going to be.
oh, do they do the actual? I thought
Yeah,
there was just some
I
guy who
didn't-
just
yeah.
said it.
I don't know.
I thought they had a team.
Yeah, so did I. I thought they wouldn't have to do anything. They just
It's
slack
just
off.
a pretty face sort of thing.
Slack off. I said slack.
Yeah, definitely,
Slack.
definitely not whack off.
They slack off on air. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So weather, basically, what's happening in the UK? If you live in the UK, you've probably noticed it's there's been a lot of rain lately, and there's been a lot of flooding.
Mm.
So you've not been affected at all, then, Nick? Really?
Not really. Everyone is kind of making it a very big deal out of it, but it's not really that bad where I am. It's,
Oh,
it's,
well.
it's a lot worse than some other places I know.
Oh God, yeah. Somerset, jeez.
Somerset, you basically are underwater. Wherever you are in Somerset, I'm so sorry. You are underwater right now.
My mate's sister's brother, Kevin, grew gills.
Okay.
He
That's
actually
it.
grew. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a Somersetian. What are people from Somerset called? Somerset. Shut up. But right, Humbo.
Summer
You were-
session.
You were saying that it doesn't flood in Denmark.
Well, it does flood, but not where I live, because I live on top of a hill. And if
So I was
it-
going to say, I thought it was all flat there, the geography.
I mean, we have a mountain. Not really a
Mhm.
mountain, it's just a hill, but we call it the Sky Mountain, I think, in English.
It's called the Sky Mountain.
Yeah, it's... I'll just find it. If I can remember what it's called.
See, all I'm picturing Denmark as now is like Skyrim. Like, we have the Sky Mountain and Death Valley and enchanted forests and
It's
like
pixies.
147 meters high, or 482 feet. That's, I think, the highest point in
That's
Denmark.
pretty high.
If I remember correctly, I don't know if there's like two different hills. I don't remember the name of them.
Hmm.
But like some time ago, like 50 years, I think, I don't remember quite. I just remember this. They try to make the biggest hill in Denmark, so they just keep like overnight putting more dirt on it.
No
They
way.
just keep building up just to make the highest hill.
That's so good. I can tell you that the highest point in Cornwall is a hill called it's called Brown Willy, and that's like genuinely what it's called. It's a legit
Oh, you
place.
gotta love England for that
It's
reason.
it's just Brown Willy, and that's just it. And every time we drive past it, I just giggle to myself. Shows how grown up I am, I suppose.
It's fabulous. But it doesn't really matter if you're on top of a hill. This is fucking really boring. I'm so sorry, but it doesn't really matter if you're on top of a hill because you know the water table is always a bit iffy.
But I mean,
Well-
if we get flooded, I will seriously panic, because then we need like Noah's Ark or something like that to get away, which would be pretty interesting.
See, I live on the side of a hill, and I thought I would never get flooded. And it's kind of hard to. Right, I've been flooded a lot.
Mm.
I've been woken up at 4 in the morning, handed a vacuum, and told to hoover up the water leaking into our kitchen. It wasn't fun. But yeah, so like, yeah. A lot of times we've been flooded, and it's because a farmer near us. Right, so how can I explain this? Our house on the side of a hill, basically, and on the like upper side of us, so on the top of the hill, is this field, and our garden is kind of like a cone shape. This is some of you, if you guys are imagining this like properly, according to my descriptions, then just like
I will
a
try and
star
draw it
to
in
you
paint.
guys, because I'm just yeah, okay, if you could do a paint like thing of it. Okay, so it's like our garden's like a cone shape,
Mm.
and where the top of the cone is where this field is, and there used to be a really big hedge there. And the farmer, for some reason, took down the hedge because it was on his bit of land, not ours, and put up this thin wire fence. And then this is really boring because I'm now going to talk about agricultural stuff. He ploughed his field so that the furrows ran like vertical with the hill rather than horizontal. So essentially, it was creating all these little tiny rivers that ran directly into our cone-shaped garden. And then we had this really heavy rainfall, and because the earth was all freshly ploughed, it was like really loose, and all the running water just ran down all these furrows, and just there was like a earth slide basically, and just feet of mud poured into our garden and into our house, and it was just horrible.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
I
I was laughing about that, but like
No.
that sounds really
Well,
bad.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's taken like 20 years off my parents' lives. No joke, just from the stress. Because we got it all sorted out the first time it happened. And we'd literally, like, we'd had extractor fans in the house getting rid of the damp. And we'd got, like, new sofas, new carpets, new this, that, and the other. And we'd lost, like, treasured, valuable family heirlooms and things like that. And we were like, oh, thank God that was fixed. And then, like, a week later, the farmer was out plowing his field again, and it rained again, and it literally happened again, like straight away, immediately, and and we weren't best pleased. Yeah.
Wow, that's terrible.
So flooding is a serious issue. I laugh at it now. It's well funny. I got called. This is the most scarring thing about this. Is it happened in year 10? When I was in school, so I was like 15 or whatever, and. You guys have been 15, and a lot of people listening to this will have been 15. 15-year-olds are merciless. They are complete bastards. I got called Flood Boy for 3 years.
Flood boy.
Flood Boy. It's not even original or
Nice.
inventive. I just got called Flood Boy. People changed their phone names of me to Flood Boy. We went bowling on the fucking TV. It was Alex, Jack, Joe, Flood Boy, Dan. It was I never lived it down. And it wasn't even my fault. It was nothing to do with me. I just got called Flood Boy because my house was flooded and we had to pay out loads of money and we lost an insurance deal and like family stuff. Like it was literally like rubbing salt into the wound of my traumatizing night. Vacuuming water from the lounge. Goddamn fucking floods. Hashtag rant over. Yeah. I don't know why I told that story. That went on a long time, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. No, it's interesting to know how terrible your life is, knowing that you're everyone
Can't
from
please
now
tell
on
us
is now
more
going to
about-
call you Flood Boy.
I didn't even think about that. God damn.
People in uni will just instinctively call you Flood Boy, and you'll be like, how the fuck do you know I'm Flood Boy? And they'll be like, everyone knows.
Everyone
You're
knows
Flood Boy.
the tale of
Be like the
woe
Truman
that
Show.
is Flood Boy.
Flood Boys.
I should have a theme tune.
If anybody made a Flood Boy theme, we will use it for an intro on a podcast.
Yeah, that's a challenge if I ever heard one.
Flood Boy.
Actually, this brings me on to something I wanted to talk about. So I was, with all the rain and stuff, I was thinking about the eventful night in which I was hoovering and stuff like that, and I wished so hard for something that could like a water hoover dryer thing that would just do everything for me. And so I was wondering if you guys could like have one thing that was invented, and like you got to invent something, what would it be? Asterix tumbleweed rolls by Asterix.
I haven't really given it a good thought, but
See, now I've had over a day to think about this, and I still haven't come up with like a good idea.
Okay, well, I'll take some of the edge off. Rather than it be like a serious or moral one, because I mean, like everyone feels obliged to say, "I would make a machine that solved world peace" or something. Like nothing like that. It can be like something wacky, like fun. Nothing like.
I want a robot, but, and here's some buts. I want one that's almost taken out of an anime, only because of how it's built.
You want an anime robot?
No, I don't want it to look like. I want some features from it. I will just find it for you, and I will try to put a picture of it on screen if I remember, which I probably will.
Okay.
This robot basically has a 8-year-old professor who built it, and that tells a bit about how serious the robot actually is. You can see a picture of, that's not the right chat there.
An 8-year-old's robot would be a dream come true. Like that.
You just saw the
a
picture,
robot
right?
of an 8-year-old.
That is awesome. It's got like a wind up.
Yeah.
No way.
It has some different features. For example, one of his toes can fly off, and it's a USB stick. One of the arms shoots out cake, and what is it? Cake and a shark in the other one, I think it is.
Sorry, what? A shark?
Like a toy shark.
Oh, a toy, right?
It's just a weird robot, okay?
Let me get this straight. One of its toes, not all of them, just one of them
Yep.
is a USB stick.
Yep.
One of its arms
The USB
fires
stick
out
can fly.
cake.
It's like a little rocket thing. Yep.
A rocket USB stick,
Yeah.
just in case you ever need to. Wow.
It has.
I just feel like that's a very specific thing.
I want something like that. Not specifically that, but I want something like that that can do like weird stuff. Just because it's awesome.
Wow. Okay, Nick, what would you invent?
I would not necessarily invent, but something that I would find as a amazing invention to society is a robot which automatically lifts the toilet seat and cleans it for you before you use it.
It's already been invented in Japan.
Are you fucking serious?
I am
Really?
fucking serious. I know. I've seen it on TV. I actually watched TV once, and
This one time at band camp, I watched TV.
It was like this toilet, right? Like when you went into the room with the toilet, it, like opened up and like whoa, and then it closed down. Like you can brush yourself a little bit. It was amazing, amazing. But they have that in Japan. I know that.
That would be good if they had
and
similar.
you can also like clean your bum if you want to. So
That's
feature.
a B-day.
Everyone loves B-days.
Have you actually ever used a B-day?
No, but my friend of my brother's, I I have a house in another country, but and a friend of my brother's was coming out there with us, and we have a bidet there which is unused, and he pissed in the bidet, and he tried to get rid of the piss by filling up the bidet with water, and because it wasn't like plumbed in correctly,
yeah.
the whole room started filling up with pissy water, and the room flooded with pissy water.
That's the
And my
most-
mum just opened the door and just like saw the fucking layer of pissy water, and she's like, "What the fuck?" She didn't say what the fuck was going on. She's like, "What the hell's going on?" And it's like, "Oh, we're just using the bidet."
Drinking
for
game.
its design
right there.
purpose. Am I
It's
right?
rewind about 1 minute 20 seconds and do a shot every time Nick said pissy water there.
Pissy water. No, but
That's-
it was pissy water. It wasn't like clear, but it wasn't
Aw.
like. Yeah, I'm gonna go into as much detail as I like. It wasn't clear, but it wasn't tainted either. It was sort of, you could tell something was wrong.
Tainted.
Tainted water.
Tainted. You make it sound like it's like holy water, but
It
it's
is
gone
holy
wrong.
water.
Tainted.
Everything is holy water. Every water is holy water.
Every water is holy water. Quote. Waving pear.
Okay, so I'm assuming I can't have the toilet seat then, can I? Because
No, it's already
can,
been done.
but it's
shit.
you can make improvements to it, like it
I can
can
make
walk
improvements.
around.
What?
A toilet that follows you. Okay.
Yeah, because that would improve its function so much if it
that'd
could
be good.
walk around.
I know. This is not really an invention. It's more sort of sciencey, strange.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna sound like the most fucking retarded thing ever, but I'm gonna say it. I always when I'm feeling down in the dumps, I like to imagine in the distant future there will be a horrible history show on TV. You know what Horrible Histories is?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So there'll be a horrible history show on TV in like 100 years from now, and it'll be of like nauseous naughties, and it's something fucking hilarious like that, and it'll be like,
Oh, that'd
back
be
in
so
the day
great.
of the 2010, people had to sit on a dirty toilet seat,
and
and then like in that distant future, the way people went to the toilet was they had a pill, and the pill would just sort of consume their waste. And the pill would then sort of diffuse into their bloodstream or
Ugh.
something, and then they'd be fine. I didn't really think it through very well, but I mean,
imagine that,
just-
like you're around
just
the dinner
eating
table.
pills.
Someone's like, "Oh, I gotta drop a deuce," and just like takes this pill and just sits
Oh
there.
no, they have to have a pill proportionate to the size of the shit they're gonna have.
Someone's like ramming a golf ball-sized tablet down their throat.
And everyone's really embarrassed about what size pill they're about to take. They're like, don't look at it.
But what would be worse if someone's like, it's like everyone's there like taking their pills, and then someone's like drinking medicine, and everyone knows they've got stomach problems at the moment.
Just liquid. Someone's holding like liquid
Yeah.
pills. Oh, Calpol. Oh.
Oh god, that'd be. But think about all the other stuff that would be looked back on, like you said, in 100 years' time. Historians are gonna be like, and it was so popular to say things like YOLO and swag.
Oh no,
and
I
it's
bet
just-
you on history essays from 100 years from now, on the sources bit, will have fucking Twitter quotes from people you've never heard of.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Yeah.
John
One
Smith
of them-
said, "I fucking hate the new John Lewis advert."
It's like one of the most reliable historical sources.
Yeah,
It's like
absolutely.
at relatable quotes or
It's like
something, and it's all
in the
those
textbook's
fucking
like,
pictures.
everybody used Twitter, even the Queen. That's such bullshit facts. Like,
That'd be
Hmm.
so great.
Do
Do
any
you
of
ever
you
think-
guys? Oh,
Oh, sorry,
Sorry.
Humber, you go. You go.
do any of you guys follow like facts Twitter things?
No, no, none.
Okay.
Oh no, a game one. There's like game Facts or something.
Do you know gaming?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Just
But other than that, no.
cool. It's just most of them are just bullshit, anyways.
Yeah, that's the view I tend to take. People like Uber Facts gets like what is it? However many billion trillion
Yeah,
retweets.
Uber
Yeah.
Facts is incredibly popular. It's amazing.
I don't see like how though, because some of them clearly just take no thought. In fact, I'm gonna bring it up and read out some of them. Like some of them, he clearly is like, like on the toilet, like, oh, what can I post today, and just thinks up like some sort of bullshit thing from the top of his head.
C comes after B in the alphabet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, and it's like everyone's like, "Oh my god, Uber Facts is so awesome."
Only asking because Kepson, who's not here, fuck you, Kep. He mentioned me and Deluxe in some tweet from some random fact thing that's like, this word in Danish means old woman who yells at her kids or something like that. And I was like, no. Like, do you even Danish? Like, you can actually look up the word, just translate it, and you will see the correct word. It's bitch, okay? Kælling means bitch, and if I know correctly, you gotta back me up here. The word bitch doesn't mean an old woman who goes around yelling at kids. I'm just a bit mad. fucking Twitter facts thing. Yeah, Deluxe got it right. What the facts? Kælling is a Danish word used for an ugly, miserable woman who yells obscenely at her kids. Nope, it's just a regular old bitch. And now, silence.
Like, no, right, I found one. No, right. So he's put, each employee at Ben & Jerry's gets to take home 3 pints of ice cream a day. No one's gonna call him up on that. No one's gonna like, oh my god, what is that? Never mind. Could you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my alarm just went off.
Are
for,
you
like,
in
no-
the Are you in
no
the
reason.
1890s perchance?
Oh,
Or was that
man.
phone?
Yeah, it's like the school bell. It's like, oh, bye guys.
Recess.
It's oh, recess. I've just completely lost track what I was talking about. Let's talk about recess. What
No,
did you
it's
guys
not.
used to do in
Uber
recess?
facts.
Run around. I guess climbing trees.
Run around and climb in trees.
Yeah, and
What's
then
that?
and then I don't know if you call year 7. We I guess that's the thing we will call in Danish, but
Mhm.
we got allowed, like we're old enough now to actually stay inside, so we just stayed inside and played games.
Oh,
Because
okay.
For
Yeah,
some
the-
odd reason, people are just strict. You cannot be inside. It's not good for you. And then suddenly, hey, yeah, just stay inside. We don't give a fuck.
Well, yeah, I can. We were forced to go outside at school, pretty much.
Yeah,
I just
same.
remember doing
They
dumb
get pissed off
stuff.
if you stayed inside. That's what.
Yeah,
Really?
but like, why?
Because they hate people. Because I think just because they'd have to stay inside too. I think that was the.
I was convinced until I was in year 6. We had this teacher in my primary school called Mr. Truan, and every morning he would like get in his teacher's closet before the class arrived, and then when like the bell went or whatever to signify it was the beginning of the day, he would like get out of the closet and stretch and stuff, and it would just everyone was convinced he lived in the closet. And he was like, he used to really like act it up and do all this dumb stuff all the time, and everyone loved him. He was the best teacher. Well, actually, he didn't really teach much. He was the best at like going off on random stories and stuff, so everyone loved him. Man, I miss primary school.
I don't even miss it. It's the worst 10 years I ever spent.
That was pretty depressing, man.
Yeah. You should
Wow.
just know. We could spend the rest of the podcast just talking about why, but we shouldn't, because that's just horrible.
I know what to move on to.
Good transition.
That was great, wasn't
10
it?
out of 10.
So smooth.
Right, we all edit videos, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how would you, out of 10, if you had to rate yourself, what would you give yourself for a video? Like, how would you score yourself on your editing?
It depends really on like what kind of video it will be.
Just like generally, just like your skills at sort of cutting video together, adding little bits,
I'm
putting
okay.
music.
I'm not like the best. I mean, most usually it's just like add some fade here, do stuff here, put a picture on that. But
Yeah.
I like training stuff like that. So I'm like spending my time just editing random stuff that never gets released. Because of obvious reasons. Reasons.
Okay, Nick.
I don't know. For live action videos, a friend of mine recently told me that my live action videos are a bit too much like. I've got a live action video coming out very soon, actually.
Oh wow, you've
Um,
not done live action before.
I
have
know.
you?
I used to have a channel with a few mates, and it was fucking terrible.
Right.
But
Everyone's first channel is. Who the hell has changed their name to Floodboy?
okay, that's pretty good.
Sorry, you were saying.
I can't. Oh yeah, my friend of mine said that my editing when I edit a video, a live action video, it's a bit too much like I'm making an animation of it. It's too similar
Right.
because I add like weird sound effects and stuff in at
So you
random
need to-
points.
Yeah, distinguish from.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
hard. It's hard for me.
It's hard.
It's
It's only-
different.
I've
guys
I've
don't
found
understand.
The best guy.
Mm.
I found the master of editing. You guys will never achieve greater than this.
No.
It's called Snipers. I think you know him, right, Humbo?
I've watched him for a good 4 months, I think. It's just
And
brilliant.
he's like slowly growing on YouTube. It's not like exploded, but it's not been like, I mean, I've been
He
he's
has
probably been going
48,000
just about as
subs.
long as me, so he's doing well. But he should have more subs.
Yeah.
I'm watching.
I just sent Nick a link to one of the videos, and I'm
Which
going
one?
to link it on screen. Fendora Parkour.
Oh yeah, that's the
before.
best one.
Basically,
we'll put it
what-
on the
what-
screen.
Yeah. Basically, Snipers is a big member of the subreddit called Montage Parody, which I absolutely love. And as you can hear, Nick, that's like all the reactions to every video on there. It's just over the top editing. Just mom, get the camera and get rigged and no scoped, and it's just brilliant.
It's the hit markers that get me. There's a bit in that one where he's like running down the steps, and every time his feet touch a step, it's like a hit marker from COD. And I was just dying. I was literally like snot coming out of my nose, tears streaming down my face.
Brilliant.
That was really good.
I mean, these guys, a lot of them just really, even though it looks like somebody spent 10 minutes on it, like it's supposed to look like that, they spend a lot of time editing, and I really respect them.
Yeah, definitely. I think people, it's like a fine art to do
Sorry.
something that looks shit
Mm.
well, if that makes sense. So like someone else who's pretty good at it is Oliver Age 24, who does like the mock art tutorials.
Yeah.
Like
how to
I've
draw
got a lot
really
of
good.
respect for people who can do something jokingly badly but do it well, because there's like a fine line, I think, between something that's just poorly edited and something that's made to look poorly edited, which is what this is. But yeah, you should all go check out Snipers, because just wow.
Definitely. I mean,
Even just for the titles of the videos.
you should also go and check out the Montage Parody subreddit and just go on the top posts there. I will link the top posts. And just check out some of them. For example, what is it called? Emoji Family Guide, I think it is. It's just good. All of the videos just best thing ever.
Nick, this is the best one. Hold on. So there's this one. Do you remember the Chuckle Brothers?
I do remember the Chuckle Brothers.
Yeah, watch that and you will
Chuckle
just die. Oh, it's the best thing ever.
Sponsored by me, Patrick.
It's just so stupid. I can't. God, have you seen the time?
No, I haven't.
We're well over 30 minutes now.
But we're watching montage parodies.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Let's wrap it up, shall we?
Yeah.
That was quite a good episode.
Let's say
Even if
goodbye
I do
before we
say
say
so
that.
Yeah.
So thank you all for listening this week. Tune in next week, and I hope you will go onto the subreddit montage parody and just spend the rest of your day on there. It's brilliant, and you should really spend a lot of time on there. So thank you for listening. Tune in next week. Goodbye.
Oh wait! We forgot
Wait.
to. Oh my god! Brilliant.
I need to cut
What
to
a
the
great
two
way to
speed
sign
one.
off.
I forgot to plug the Twitter. Go follow @Corner Podcast for updates, giveaways, just everything that you might want in life.
There's also a subreddit.
Yeah,
the
there
Corner
is.
Podcast, and all links will also be in the description because we can't link on screen.
Hey.
Hey,
Okay.
social.
Bye guys. Thanks
Bye.
Nick as well.